Doodly-doo. I think it's just something cool to think about.
Always finding stuff.
Very talky today. Talkies?
Reach the tomb of Kujet in search of an astray.
That's all you gotta say about that? Okay. Cool. Dustin, I need to thank you, like, actually severely for telling me about the pixels of my face cam. Because I would have... I have been retroactively uncomfortable this whole time. But now that when you pointed it out, it had to be fixed. There was nothing else about it. I've been retroactively uncomfortable for like however long it's been. Look at the waterworks, man. Oh, it's never easy.
Hey, Cal.
It's a clone trooper.
Ready for a rematch later?
Yes.
Yeah, anytime.
Sounds good. On your way to training?
Always.
Yes.
All right then. I'll see you later.
Hang on.
I heard we're getting new orders soon. Finally.
Yeah, did you?
I'm ready to be gone from this dump. You're in a rush.
Master T'Pol's called me for training.
You got this, kid. We'll talk later.
I'm actually getting chilies, dude. It's so... They didn't even mean to do this. This is not the clone's fault. Oh my god, this is so upsetting.
Yes, Master?
Reach our position. Do not keep me waiting.
This is not something the clones decided to do, man. This is so... It is always hard to see this for me.
Good. Reach my position. Success and failure, life and death, light and dark. What divides them is your state of mind.
Nope.
Do not keep me waiting. You're almost there.
Like, to me, I feel like Star Wars sometimes tries to get a little existential when it comes to, like, oh, are the Jedi's really the good guys?
Cheap shot, Commander.
Focus. Were you concentrating
Um,
anticipated this distraction?
To me, I think so. I think that the Jedi are good and the Sith are evil. There's not... I don't think there needs to be a whole thought question about whether or not that is the case. Star Wars tries to sometimes get into that thinking. And that's just me. I feel like that there you look at it and you're like, okay, well,
Master, are you okay? No! No! What's happening? What did the commander just...
Padawan, something terrible is happening.
you'll see characters that are like, oh, I think the Jedi are bad, or you know, the people that think the Jedi are bad believe the lies that the Sith tell them. But I do think, like, there's not much gray area for me. Jedi are good, Sith are bad, right?
Well, what about you?
At least right now, they're a force for good. I will say Like I'll admit I don't know too much about basically my root knowledge of the Jedi Mandalorian War is that it happened. I haven't looked at that's one of the Legends things that I don't know hardly anything about. I just know that it happened, and that's why Mandalorian Jedi are not
There he is. Shoot to kill.
or why a lot of Mandalorians hate Jedi. It was pretty one-sided now and like during the Clone Wars
On the move.
because Mandalore remained a neutral system.
Need to pull that to get through.
But it's just I don't know, this is just so hard to see because they're true like
What's going on?
Do we have eyes on the Jedi? No sign of the little one. Search everywhere. You can't have gone far. Air's off again. Wait. What's that noise? Hold this room. I'll search the area.
I just don't think there's much ambiguity. And I don't think there needs to be.
Apollo's taken out multiple squads. Shoot on sight. Copy that.
Understand. What changed?
Also this music too, oh my god.
What was that? Someone...
No, you're good. You're good. I'm actually that knowing that you're like listening is
further after that.
nice. I'm just in a talky mood and I'm letting it all out right now. Appreciate you letting me know though. But you're all good. But yeah, I just, there's not much else to say, Poggies, dude. On jaw, right there. There's not much else to say. It's just, there might be someone that disagrees with me. I'm sure there are people that'll disagree with me, but I don't think that there's much ambiguity in the bigger scheme of things of Jedi are good, Sith are evil, right? Because that's.
Let me go after T'Pol.
Uh-oh. I think this is why it's so hard to watch this every time they decide to make a Star Wars. They gotta show us this shit again. Oh god, it's difficult for me. It's difficult because of how invested I am, how important Star Wars is to me, and how important it is to the story Order 66. Just everything about Order 66 is the turning point of everything. And I'm you know what? I'm okay. Like I've said this before too. I think I'm very okay with like if Disney decides to not make movies anymore that are like trilogy movies. They want to make a Star Wars story. I liked Solo and Rogue One. I thought they were Rogue One is my favorite. Rogue One is very good. My favorite is Revenge of the Sith, but Rogue One is very fucking good. I loved Solo a lot. I think the Star Wars story. I thought they were going to do a Star Wars story with Kenobi. I'm glad they made it a show. I get more Kenobi. But if Disney decides not to make their trilogies anymore, like they do, like they have been, like they did, I'm okay with that. Very, very okay with that. Kenobi, true. Get away. I want to see new shit. I want to see new shit. As new as in I want to see an expansion. Right? It's becoming new planets in an older era of Star Wars is becoming not enough anymore. I feel. I love Star Wars. I will watch Star Wars, whatever it is. That'll be the thing that I watch and enjoy.
I overloaded the ship's reactor.
But I'm fine with prequels, right?
Hold the line. Wait for the Jedi Council.
I think the best thing about the newest trilogy was that it was new, right? When it came to like, it was references, right? Like, it was a new era of Star Wars. I wanna see another new era of Star Wars. I wanna see after Episode 9. And I want new characters. I think Rey is fine. I thought Finn was fine. I thought all the whatever, right? Kylo's dead. I don't think we need to go back to that anymore. I just hope that if they're going to do new Star Wars shit and continue, that they don't have a big bad again. We've had I would say technically 3, really 2, because the Empire and the First Order. The Separatists weren't a big bad. It was just a war, right?
Padawan.
Love a Jedi game with Batman combat.
Destruction.
That could be interesting. I'm trying to think.
Your will is weak. You lack discipline. You let fear break your connection to the Force. Too slow. You all.
I'm trying to think how that would be. What would that be like?
Yes. My blood is on your hands, apprentice.
Because the combat of this is indicative of
A traitor.
what's it called?
You are no Jedi.
The Force Unleashed. I think Star Wars could benefit, not fully, just like I think that DC could very much benefit from an R rating. I think that we need to get some R and M's in the Star Wars universe. I do. I really do. I would love to see just a dark fucking, like, just depressing ass shit that just suicidal thoughts induced. Like, bro, I think that would be sick as shit. I want to see more. Look, okay, I am excited as even though I didn't like the Old Republic was not, those games were not a part of my childhood. They could have been, I just never played them. At least the MMO could have been part of my childhood. It wasn't. I'm very grateful to Constant gifting me the Old Republic. I'm going to be playing that on my own. Knights of the Old Republic. And having played it and having had, you know, that kind of experience, I'm really excited for the remake. I think that we need
Let's take a look.
to start back in the day. Yeah, I was too young. I was too young to play video games then, or, you know, do much of anything at that time. So, no, I didn't. It wasn't that I didn't. It's just that I couldn't. I feel. I think. Yippee! I'm gonna play the remakes. Oh hell yeah! I wanna play the shit. And I hope the only thing that gets remade is like the graphics. I hope everything else stays the same, as in like the.
Leave me alone.
I hope they don't make it easier.
Alone. Lost.
More. I hope they don't. I hope it's the same game. I hope it's, from what I've played of KOTOR, I hope what I experienced is the same. I don't want it. I think that their core audience is the people. There's already enough people that are going to buy it. I don't think they need to make it more accessible to get the sales up.
Oh?
I hope it's the same.
We both survived the purge.
I just want to see Dark Raven in H Dizzle HD.
This desolate place.
They need to start. Disney made a conscious choice to put a shit ton into Legends, right? Even though they didn't invent Legends, they put a lot into it. So I think that they need to continue to cherry pick and just make more things canon. Because why? It's not confusing. It's not confusing to people. I think the fucking absolute big dick force damage that Starkiller and Legends Luke can do, yeah, that breaks power dynamics that have been very set in stone. The Jedis that are in Legends and the Sith that are in Legends that are just, I mean, come on, you're not, no Jedi in canon can take down a Star Destroyer the way Luke did in Legends and the way that Starkiller did. That's just not possible. With the power dynamic set up, that's not possible. Luke is very powerful in canon anyway. Or was.
Join my family.
I mean, Anakin had 20,000 metachlorians per cell. And then he had a son and a daughter. Of course they're going to be force sensitive. They're going to be, they are force.
And I will teach you to control the power.
Badass to see it in live action. I think live action, I don't think, I think that they can make a Legends show. They don't need to take it out of Legends and put it into canon to put it on screen, right? Am I wrong about that? Am I the only one that thinks that they don't need that? They already do that with games, just do it with the pictures. Just do it with the motion pictures.
You are mad,
yeah, even honestly, even I agree that Luke got character assassinated. And I am so biased for Star Wars in general. I think what Luke did in that, what we've seen, and even though with me saying like here I go, almost being a hypocrite, being like, oh, people change. The reason behind why I think Joel didn't die like a bitch, because people change. This is different than people. This is good versus evil. Luke wouldn't do that. He wouldn't have done that. I mean, John said it perfectly. He said, you're telling me that the guy who still saw good in Space Hitler saw that his nephew had a bad dream and he tried to kill him. Like, I agree with that, dude. I agree. Put up the Anthony Fantano gif. I agree, dude. Ron Johnson or whatever his name is fucked shit up. He did a bad job. And I hope he never gets a Star Wars project again, ever. Even though this is coming from someone who can still sit down and enjoy The Last Jedi as Star Wars, I don't want Ryan Dick Cheese to have a Star Wars.
Seer, tell Grace to get the mantis running.
What's happening?
A Night Sister. She raised the dead. They're after me.
Whoa. And you're leading them here? Captain, prepare for takeoff.
I'm running. We gotta go get out of here. Get out of here. We gotta go. Freeze time.
Get us out of here.
I think that the new force powers introduced in this newest trilogy are fucking sick. Okay, they are so cool. Those four, that's what I want to see more. If you're gonna do more Jedi stuff, I want to see just I don't even want to know what I'm looking at when I see it. That's how I felt when I watched Kylo freeze a blaster bolt. Okay, not a bullet, a blaster bolt.
Master's lightsaber.
Freeze in just stop. I was like, what the what? When I saw Rey, dude, okay. Say what the fuck ever you wanting. Okay, I'm getting all flustered. Hold on, let me listen to this real quick.
Only a child.
No, I know I could have helped him if I'd been stronger and braver, if I would have listened to him. I could have helped him. I know it.
Cal, it's time I told you everything that happened to me when I escaped the Empire. They brought Shirley in the room. And when I saw her eyes, they showed me what I had caused. She was an inquisitor. And something in me gave. And I lost all control. I tapped into the dark side. And I killed them all. Every last one of them. Except for her. And for years, I couldn't forgive myself. I was a wreck. Because I had all this rage. And I tried pushing it down, but there was no hiding from myself. And all I wanted to do was die. But then I learned about the holocron. A spark of hope that there could be a future. That we could move on. Get up. I can't change what I did no more than you can change what happened to your master. It's in the past. But Cal, you have to make a choice to move on.
How?
You're gonna start with this. You are going to build a new one.
Oh yeah, I am. Hell fucking yeah, man. When Rey, okay, so when Rey and Kylo Ren were on Exegol, and he was fighting his way through the Knights of Ren. He was Ben at this time, I guess. And they started fighting together, and then Rey put her hand behind her back and then pulled the lightsaber out. Dude. Good God, that was so cool. I've been seeing a lot of TikToks comparing lightsaber fights in
I don't mean just here. Every Jedi faces the dark side.
In Rise of Skywalker to all the fights in
And it's very easy
in
to
the prequels. Like I
fail.
thought they were fine. I thought they were cool. I mean, we're looking at compared to Kylo, Rey is not experienced in that comparatively, I feel. And I don't even think that necessarily matters, because it just, those lightsaber fights between Rey and Kylo just felt just more, there was more like tension because of the relationship they had built through the movies, I guess. They were just because the prequels had all this CGI and had all this everything and all this stuff. Like, yes, I look at the prequel lightsaber fights and then I look at the newest trilogy of lightsaber fights, and then obviously I'm not even counting the original trilogy because that is not necessarily by choice that the fights were like the way they were, but yeah, I agree that personally I like and think the lightsaber fights in the prequels are cooler and have more going on. But the videos I see on TikTok are saying, look at how cool these are, and look at how trashed this is. I don't think that they're trash. I can agree with them being cooler, I do. I think that they are cooler and there's a lot more going on. All the fights in the prequels they kick so much ass, especially Obi-Wan and Anakin's fight. But I think the fights, the lightsaber fights in the newest trilogy served I liked them. They were fine. They weren't batshit crazy like the prequels, but they were fine. They were good, and especially in The Last Jedi, where Rey and Kylo are fighting the Sith guards. That scene is so cool. If there's one thing that you can say that about The Last Jedi, it was visually pretty cool. What I always in The Last Jedi liked what I was looking at, right? Story-wise, you know, that's the thing, right? You can't win I thought it was gonna not let me do that, or I thought it was gonna whatever. Right? You can't have a fantastical visuals don't make a good movie, right? It can be a good part of the movie, but it's not what makes the movie, right? And acknowledging this is like, I feel like it's a no shit, but for hardcore haters, like, I like talking with John about this kind of stuff because he's not Twitter, right? I'll say my opinion, he'll say his. At the end of the day, we're not going to change each other's minds, but we can have a civilized conversation and agree with each other's points. Twitter? No. Oh, no. Not the case. Because John is a civilized person. Why can't I figure out... Oh. No one has Twitter? Not in real life? No. Right? I think the anonicity. Oh, I can't think of the word. I know what word I'm trying to say. The fact that they're hiding behind a screen and no one knows who the fuck they are, that gives them so much confidence, right? I haven't been able to have a solid, real, good conversation and have points be heard, listened to, disagreed with, or agreed with in a civilized way until John, right? And we're not gonna change each other's mind. He hates The Last Jedi. I'm okay with it. The simple fact that I just enjoy it because Star Wars, and that he's like okay with that. Anybody else that I try to say that to online, they're like not okay with that. And I feel like it would be the same conversation face to face, but these vocal people, they would not be okay with that. John doesn't care whether or not I like it. He hates Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't. But he doesn't view me differently or hate me because of it, or think that I'm wrong and retarded therefore of whatever I just tried to say. That's what I'm getting at. I feel like just because no one is Twitter, I feel like that'll still it'll be the same conversation, just with a little less capital letters, you know, because these people who are on Twitter being so loud about what they're saying, they have confidence because I don't know who the fuck they are. I'm not talking to them face to face. I can't hear their voice. They can't hear mine. It's the confidence that you don't necessarily have when you're talking to a stranger face to face. I like having conversations that have elements of an argument, but end up at the end of the day just You know? I don't know. Whatever. What am I trying to do here? It's just emblematic of our society. Our society, man. There's too much society in our society, bro.